of SFHS Today. I'm Abby.
And I'm Laura. Youth Teaching Youth applications are now available in the health office. They are due next Wednesday, November 18th. Any student in grades 10 through 12 is eligible to apply.
On Thursday night, the St. Francis Community Drug Awareness hosted a forum for the community.
Veterans Day was this Wednesday, November 11th. The Madrigal Singers and the Wind Ensemble went to the St. Francis American Legion and performed for the veterans.
This is your day, November 11th, Veterans Day. What a great turnout. We've been doing this for 5 years. I have never had this many people here at this time of the morning for our program. So thank you, all of you, for coming out.
Let me tell you, I was a top secret control officer in our squadron in Everett, France. Whenever a classified mission came in, I wound up flying. I carried more bombs around Europe and everything, all flying around. We'd go from Germany to Italy, England, because we couldn't fly across the other countries. This one classified mission came in. I was taking it through C-130 and fly into Turkey. We get instructions there. I landed at insular Turkey and was met by a general who said, "You'll be filing a flight plan tomorrow for Pakistan." I said, "Okay, that should be no problem." So we got out, filed our flight plan, went out to the airplane. I couldn't believe I got in and there was a curtain. I couldn't see what was in the back. I started moving. The general says, "You're not going back there." "Sir, I'm flying this airplane. I don't take off unless I know what's back there." He says, "Major, that's your seat up there. I'll give you a direct order to fly." Well, I stood right up to him, looked him in the eye, and said, "Yes, sir." We got in and we took off. We landed in Pakistan. We taxied in and we couldn't get off the runway car just on a turnaround. I parked there. The general said, "Okay, nobody's leaving the plane. We're staying right here. We're sleeping right under the wing." He had sleeping bags for us, a nice guy. We slept there. About 1:30 in the morning, we hear this god-awful rocket coming in. And this plane taxis outside of us. And it's one of those big winged planes with 2 little wheels right down the middle. Anyway, everybody got out of that airplane so fast and was all over that airplane, checking it out, make sure everything was okay. We got refueled. Next thing we know, he's doing none end run. He takes off. He don't take off that way. He takes off that way. He was off on his mission over Russia. Well, little did we know, about an hour later after we were sleeping, General come out and said, "Okay, guys, let's get out of here right now." So I strapped the airplane on and we took off, got our clearance, went back to Turkey, offloaded the crew equipment that they had, and took off to France. I was back in France and I was there with my wife, and I got the Stars and Stripes and it says, "Gary Powers shot down over Russia." That's refueled him. I met him the night before in Turkey at the Officers Club. We were playing a game of 21 with one of the other officers there. A little game to play, and whoever loses has to buy the Coke for the other guys. He sat down with us for a while and he said he had to go do some flight planning, so he left. But anyway, I recognized him right away as the guy that we were playing cards with. He got down, and in that airplane there was not one mark associated with the United States or any other American associate. There was not one piece or label on any of his uniforms that said anything about the United States. He was given a capsule and some pills. If anything happened, he was not to be taken alive. Anyway, he got down and he was captured. After that, for about 3-4 years in prison, there was an exchange of prisoners. It's called Bridges and Spies. You can go watch it right now. Tom Hanks is in it. I recommend that all of you go see that movie. One of the most fantastic movies I've ever seen. But anyway, my kids, when they told me about Gary Powers, they was young teenagers and adolescents, 6th, 7th grades. They heard me talk sometimes about Gary Powers. So whatever you hear here may come back later and give you something to remember. So I want to thank you all for listening. All I have.
I'm a team. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values. I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough, trained and proficient in all my warrior tasks and drills. I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself. I'm an expert and I'm a professional. I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States of America in close combat. I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life. I am an American soldier.
Council's annual food drive started this week. The top 3 classes are Miss Dobson in first place, Miss Arnold in second, and Mr. Hackbarth in third. Students can bring in non-perishable food items until next Wednesday, November.
The art show is next Tuesday, November 16th in the IMC. Tyler and Misty got more information about it.
What time is it?
It will take place in the IMC from 3:30 to 6:30.
Who can go to the art show?
Great question. Anybody can go to the art show. It's actually open to anybody in the community, students, parents, teachers. It's really for anybody in this area to come and be able to view our students' artwork.
Does the art show cost anything?
No, it's completely free. Open door. We just try to get as many people up to see our students' artwork as possible that night.
Who can vote on it?
Great question. Voting. We actually have voting only on opening night, so the November 16th date. And anybody that comes through the doors that night, we allow them to vote. So siblings, parents, community members, teachers, any of those individuals can vote.
So how many projects have you done so far this year?
I've made 3.
What have you done?
I made a tiki, and I made a couple bowls and cups on the throwing wheel, and then I made a self-portrait vessel, and now I'm working on a sculpture piece.
And do you know what piece you're going to put in the art show?
Probably my tiki, because it's my first one. It's the best one.
I just want to say that the students have worked so hard all trimester, and I really think that if you go to the IMC and check out the art show, you will be amazed at the work these kids have done.
Next weekend, the Magical Dinners are happening at SFHS. Alyssa and Olivia have more information for us.
Excited to see, well, last year everyone made a lot of memories with each other, so I'm excited to see what memories they make this year.
The 35th anniversary, so that's really fun. And it's my first year in it. I'm just excited for it in general because it's a top ensemble, and I'm lucky to be in it.
I'm really excited for the performances. During the shows, I really like walking around and mingling in the audience, and it's just fun being a whole group and getting our sound together and tuning and all that, and just it's a lot of fun and putting the show together.
The theme is different. So last year it was Disney, so I was Snow White, and then this year it's murder mystery.
The students read the script, and we spent a lot of time on it this summer with multiple meetings held at all the people in the group's houses, and we put a lot of time and effort into it, so I feel like it's gonna be a great show.
The Mattering Singers have learned and will perform 12 different pieces of music in the show. It's a select ensemble of only 32 voices, and we obviously we put on a show in addition to just learning our standard choral repertoire. I need kids who are committed, who are dedicated, kids that I know during the year that are hard workers, and I need people who are expressive and who have good ears. Obviously, a little bit of vocal talent is helpful as well. But yeah, all of those things, and that helps me arrive at the kids I'm looking for our group. The show is going to be a lot of fun. All the students, the head table students, wrote the script, and it's a murder mystery with a lot of lighthearted jokes. There's a lot of really funny stuff embedded in the show. They're singing really well, and there's a lot of really, really good and unique music in the show. So I think there's something for everybody. Tickets are $22 for adults, $17 for students. That includes a whole show and then a full meal, including appetizer, dinner, and dessert. You can get tickets at seatyourself.biz/STFrancisHS. And they're available until we're sold out. We've already sold about 550 tickets out of 800, so if you are going to get tickets, do it fast.
That's all we have for you this week, Saints. Stay tuned for weather, sports, and the random question thing.
Hey Saints, welcome to weather. I'm Melanie.
And I'm Misty. Today's forecast is sunny with a high of 44 and a low of 30.
Saturday's forecast is mostly sunny with a high of 55 and a low of 37.
Sunday is going to be sunny with a high of 59 and a low of 45.
Last year, on November 10th, we had a snowfall of 12 inches. That's a huge difference compared to this year.
Have a great weekend, Saints.
It's the random question thing. Ding! A picture of 2 coffee cups.
A selfie.
My class schedule.
I posted a senior picture of John and I.
It was me in Minneapolis up against some street art in an alley.
I'm Mackie. And I'm Bree. Welcome to sports. In hockey news, the boys have started tryouts this week and have scrimmages this weekend.
The girls' hockey team has skated their way into practices and has their first game this Saturday at home. JV starts at 1 and varsity starts at 3.
Now we go to basketball, where the boys have started their practices this week and girls start tryouts next week.
We're doing well. We've had a couple days now of practice and been working hard. Things have been going well. We've been competing at a high level, so we've been pretty excited about the start so far.
Well, our team's a lot smaller this year, so we're going to have to play fast and we're going to have to rebound a lot better.
As far as what we've implemented so far and what we plan on implementing is going to be very similar. You know, we hope to get up and down, play good defense, and try to compete at a high level every game.
Well, our main goal would probably try to three-peat, get back to state, but we'd also like to win the conference this year.
We play Anoka November 24th at Anoka. We have a scrimmage coming up a week from this Saturday, though, before that.
Attention softball players, preseason conditioning will begin November 18th, 6:30 to 7 in gyms 4 and 5. For other sports, we have wrestling tryouts next week.
Bree and Danielle went out and got more information with a new head coach.
How does it feel to be wrestling for a new school this year?
Feels different, but I already know most of the guys and are on the wrestling team for football. So, I don't know, it's kind of natural, but it's kind of not.
I think Mr. Lorenzen will do a good job. He's coached before at the high school and the middle school, and he's had success at both, so I think it'll be good.
I like Mr. Lorenzen just because I had him in middle school, and I think this will be a better year.
Well, besides the fact that it's my dad, it's going to be pretty sweet that he's going to be in the room this year.
No, I don't think it'll be a big deal for the guys to start with a new coach. Wrestling's wrestling, no matter who your coach is, and I don't think it'll be much of a difference.
We've been with that guy since like middle school, so it's not going to be a big deal.
Getting used to the new coach and different policies, it'll be different for me. Kind of hard, I guess.
I've heard that people think we're going to easily walk into the state tournament, and honestly, I don't know how it's going to go.
At least take second in the conference, if not first, and go to state.
Honestly, I think we have one of the best assistant coaches and coaching staff in the state.
We have Seth Lang, who was a former Gopher, and so obviously he's a pretty good coach. And we have Andy Robinson, who was a former state placer here at St. Francis. So.
Thanks, guys. Well, snow will be arriving soon for the skiers and snowboarders going out to Wild for the Ski and Snowboard Club.
Payments are due on Monday for the club. Here's more information.
The people who are there, like hanging out with friends, like shredding the gnar. Train park's pretty dope. Bus rides are always fun.
What I really like about Ski Club is that you can jib everything there, and there's a lot of good jumps where you can get grabs and doubles.
It's fun to watch other people crash. We're terrible at skiing,
It's fun to spray snowboarders in the face who are laying down. And it's fun watching Brian fall off the bike. Stage, you get to watch everyone judge you with their scorecards in their brains while you go down and try to do something that you've never done before. Something to relieve stress on Thursdays, get all that schoolwork off your mind.
Well, I think you should join Ski Club because then you can go hang out with all your friends and start jibbing everything. Maybe throw some flip-de-doodads and some helicopters in there.
Well, that's all we have for this week, Saints.
Have a great weekend and stay tuned for next week.